Hi guys, my name's Allison and I'm from Raising the Bars. I'm a 25-year-old mother of 2. Gavin, who's 3 years old, he was born October 21st, 2010. And my daughter Berkeley, who will be 20 months old here in a couple days, she was born on August 9th, 2012. I was asked by the beautiful Shaylee of Shaylee and Baby to be a part of her amazing series, Body Image After Baby. You can also find this series using the hashtag BIAB, which is just abbreviated for Body Image After Baby. Thank you so much, Shaylee, for allowing me to be a part of this amazing series. A little disclaimer, my daughter Berkeley is next to me. She's in her high chair eating pudding, so if you guys hear her throughout this video, I hope it's not too much of a distraction, but she's just hanging out with me while I make this video. I got pregnant with my first Gavin whenever I was 21 years old, and obviously that's not like a teen mom or anything, but I was fairly young. At the time, I loved the changes that were going on with my body. Mostly just the baby bump. I just loved having a little tiny baby bump, and I just thought it was, you know, so cute with my clothes and stuff, and I loved the way it looked and everything. And that was before I started packing on the pounds. Now, I didn't gain too much with my first, compared to my second pregnancy, but with my first pregnancy, I gained 36 pounds. I think it's about average. It's a little bit above average, but it's not too bad. With Gavin, I didn't get stretch marks until I think I was 22 or 23 weeks, and that was only on, I had like 1 or 2 on my boobs, but very, very minor, and then maybe like 2 or 3 on the side of my hips, but it was like totally nothing. I thought I was so lucky. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go throughout this pregnancy and not get any on my belly, because I hadn't gotten any on my belly. And then I think I was around 30 something weeks. I'd have to look back at my pregnancy vlogs. I remember getting a couple on my belly, but it still was nothing major. And then toward the end, they started coming full force. I had the worst stretch marks. They were just like tiger claws coming up my belly, and it was really bad. I had them on my hips, I had them on my belly, I had some on like the upper parts of my legs, I had a couple on my inner legs, which I didn't find out until after I had him because I couldn't see my legs. But I just had stretch marks just about anywhere you can imagine. And I was really upset about it, you know, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't think they were that bad until after I had him. Your boobs get saggier. I had these love handles. My face was puffed up like I had just had my wisdom teeth taken out. My nose just got wider and wider throughout the pregnancy, and nobody ever told me that would happen. I had no idea that was gonna happen. My face got swollen. There were so many things. You don't only just grow a baby belly, and it's not all cute and fun all the time. Now, there are some women who look just so adorable pregnant, and I know a lot of people said, well, Allison, you looked so cute pregnant, but you know, I didn't feel that cute. He was 9 pounds 7 ounces and 21 3/4 inches long, so he was a big baby. And I ended up having to have an emergency C-section with him because he got stuck and it was pretty serious, so they had to get him out right away. After he was born, my stomach was just like a big blubbery mess. It was a mess, and I didn't know how to handle that. I had always been told by my mom how your stomach is going to look like jello afterwards and everything, but I just never really knew until I had him what it actually would look like. I don't know if it's because of his size, but I feel as though my stomach may have been damaged a little bit more than most because he was so big. He was just huge. My stomach had a lot of loose skin and everything else, and I just remember feeling so sad about it. By the time he was born, I was 22, and we lived in a college town. My husband was still going to school, and it was a big college town, and there was a lot of cute girls there. You know, there's a lot of young girls there with cute bodies and everything, and here I was just had a huge baby, and I looked terrible, for the lack of better words. I had this big nose, I had this loose stomach, I had all this fat and everything, and I just felt disgusting. By the time he was 2 weeks old, I had weighed myself and I was back down to my pre-pregnancy weight. Now, did I look like I did before? Absolutely not. And you know, that was hard to deal with too, is I'm like, why? I'm back down to my pre-pregnancy weight, why don't I look the same? Well, it was 2 weeks after I had him, so I knew, you know, I had time and stuff. Eventually I did lose all of the weight and then some, and I felt amazing, and then I got pregnant with my daughter, my second baby. I gained 57 pounds with her, absolutely ridiculous. But she was 9 pounds, 12 ounces, and 22 inches long. Had to have another C-section with her, so now I've got 2 C-section scars, which yes, I have 2. They did one right above the other. I look completely different with clothes on than what I do with clothes off. So people were seeing me and I had lost the weight and everything, but my body just wasn't the same. And so then, you know, they didn't realize what I really looked like underneath. And so then I would feel guilty. I feel extreme guilt for looking at myself and feeling disgusted with the way I looked. When people are telling me to feel grateful, I just kind of suppress those emotions, and I think you should be allowed to feel sad about the way your body looks. But I also think you should be able to look at your body and say, I created life. I created, no matter how many kids you have. In my case, I have 2 beautiful, healthy, amazing children who I love so dearly, and I am so thankful and blessed that God gave me these 2 miracles that, you know, it's a war. It really is a battle, because on one hand you want to feel so grateful for everything, and then on the other hand you're like, my body looks crazy, and then you're like, you feel guilty for feeling ashamed of your body, and because you should, you know, it should be a symbol of where your children came from. So it's really difficult, and I think that if you're a mom who just had a baby or you're about to have a baby, I don't think you should feel ashamed to feel sad about the way you look afterwards. I think that that's a natural emotion, and I think a lot of times people want you to they want to make you feel guilty. Maybe they're unintentionally doing that. Maybe they're actually complimenting you, but at the same time it's making you feel guilty for feeling the way that you do. I think you should be allowed to feel that way. Now, maybe not to the point where you're depressed. I don't think too many people talk about, you know, feeling that way. You do feel that way. You do feel sad about it, and it's okay. It's okay to feel upset about the way you look. But at the same time, you definitely should realize how blessed you are. Berkeley. It's a new you. Change is hard. It's really hard to cope with. It's your new mommy body though, so embrace it and love it, and just every time you see it, just say, I did this. I did this for them, or him, or her, whatever it may be. I did this for my baby or my babies. I created them, and that is a beautiful thing. As much as I would kill to have my old body back with no stretch marks and really tiny and, you know, no loose skin, I'm so grateful at the same time. It's such a weird thing to describe. I hope this helps you guys. I hope you guys don't ever feel alone in feeling sad about the way you look, or feeling proud about the way you look at the same time. It's, like I said, it's really hard to describe. You're just kind of on that limbo where you're proud of your body, but you're also sad about it, and that's okay. It's okay to look back at your old pictures and, you know, wish that you looked that way, and you shouldn't be ashamed to feel that way. Yes, you're grateful for your children and you love them so much, but you can also mourn the old body that you had, but you should also be able to celebrate the new one that you've been given. Thank you so much again, Shaylee, for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful series of body image after baby. You guys definitely need to check out the rest of the videos from all the other YouTube mamas that talk about their stories. Be sure to subscribe to everyone so you guys can enjoy keeping up with all of us, and I will be seeing you guys later. Bye. A mark for every breath you took, every blink, every sleepy yawn. One for every time you sucked your thumb, waved hello, closed your eyes, and slept in the most perfect darkness. One for every time you had the hiccups. One for every dream you dreamed within me. It isn't very pretty anymore. Some may even think it's ugly. That's okay. It was your home, and it held you until my arms could. And for that, I will always find something beautiful in it.